All right, buckle up, because this isn't just another day in court. We're about to witness a defendant who seems more interested in fighting the system than following it. And trust me, you want to keep your eye on how quickly this goes off the rails.
4, 5 cases. It says MTRP hearing. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Okay. Then it appears as though Desmond Harper is the guest of honor. Let's bring Desmond Harper out and let's move on those. 1, 2. Looks like 2 cases that the defendant is on probation for, and then there are 3 new cases that have been filed. Really? I'm looking at, I only have 3. 5 total. 2 on probation and 3 new ones.
He's not very happy. He doesn't want to come out, and he doesn't want to speak to the attorney.
He didn't have a choice.
Okay, are we good?
Okay. I mean, we would never get anywhere if that was happening.
Right up here, John. Right up here.
Okay, you're Desmond Harper, sir? Is that right? You're Desmond Harper? Okay, just, the defendant is...
Notice that, even before stepping into the courtroom, Harper is already resisting. In legal terms, defendants must appear. It's not optional. When someone starts out by refusing to participate, it sets the stage for a volatile showdown.
We'll put the defendant right there in the jury box, and Ryan, you can have a seat there. We're going to move forward without. The court will note this is Desmond Harper. 2 cases or motions to revoke probation in 23 F23-41343 and 23 CR 580. We will move forward on these motions to revoke probation. There are 3 new cases: aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, and another aggravated assault. Those will be placed on the trial docket. As far as the motions to revoke unadjudicated probation are concerned, what says the state in these 2 cases, which are 41343 and 23 CR 580?
Your Honor, the state has told the officers here to testify. The actual complainants in that, the defendant has been contacting via his mother both of the complainants on numerous occasions, probably 30 or 40 between jail calls and kiosk messages.
So he's communicating when he's in the jail, but when he comes out here in the courtroom, he's going to stay on mute, which is, the rules are built to work around that problem. All that is admissible.
And he's asked them to essentially sign affidavits of non-prosecution and say that the weapon was there. The only reason why I'm saying this is the complainants are not here. And I spoke with one of them, said she's scared, and she is not appearing. We're having a hard time getting her due to his communications through his mother.
Subpoena her, and I'll just order if
Here, hey,
get him out of here. Get him out of here. We will work around it.
Whoa, did you catch that? The state is accusing Harper of using his mother to intimidate witnesses. That's a massive red flag. Tampering with witnesses is a felony in itself, and judges take this as a direct attack on the justice process. Question for you. Do you think this is desperation or strategy?
You are inappropriate. You are inappropriate. Get orders. Obviously, he's abusive, obstructionist, and is attempting to manipulate the whole system by attempting to intimidate people. And we will do what we need to do. We'll have a hearing, leave him at the jail, do a Zoom, and then the people can be here, and so they don't have to be close to him because of fear from his obstructionist acts and his threats of reprisals or threatening behavior. And those people will be ordered to appear, get me a court order. And it's obvious that the defendants, every defendant like this, bullied their way through the system that they would control. And then the rule of law would not be applicable. The rules of law state these are matters to be heard and will be dealt with under the rules of evidence. And a defendant cannot take over the system by being rude and abusive. What are you saying, Mr. Matuska?
Your Honor, if I may, I did attempt to speak with my client this morning or just a minute ago, and he was not willing to communicate with me.
He's a grown-up. He didn't have to talk to you. And there's not much we can really do when they want to obstruct and try to take over the proceedings, which is not allowed. But either he's going to be following the rules or he'll have to be put in a place where it's obvious he is aggressive and people cannot be in harm's way who are just trying to do their jobs under the rule of law.
Can we ask that he be ordered not to be able to use the phone except to talk to his attorney?
That's true. That will be ordered. He's not allowed to have any use of the phone privileges except for purposes of speaking to his lawyer. Thank you. That is only fair. What else?
Your Honor, do you want us to go ahead and start? If there's any?
Well, I mean, is anybody here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Detective Mindy Freeman.
Well, the defendant needs to be somehow
Some capacity,
present
sir.
in a capacity.
Yes, sir.
And if he's going to be abusive, then we'll just keep him over in the jail and
Okay. Yes, sir.
do Zoom.
You have to enter certain findings to move forward without whatever you do in that regard, Judge. I know you're familiar with that, but it's out of the ordinary, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention.
I think one of the holding cells has capabilities for them to hear what's happening here. But I don't know which one.
He still needs to see. All right, and bring Mr. Harper out again, please. We'll see what he wants to do. Otherwise, we'll just have to redo it and put him in, do it through the Zoom at the jail. Mr. Harper, we're going to begin these hearings and you have to follow the rules of behavior. Do you understand?
Can't
You can't
the rules.
interrupt.
I ain't broke no law. I ain't even guilty of the
Are you
charge.
going to
I'm
follow the
probation for
rules
these
of-
hearings to be held.
Are you going to follow the
I'm not
rules
gonna
of
follow
behavior?
nothing. I
All
want
right.
a motion for recusal of
All right.
another judge,
Then,
another courtroom. I'm not gonna sit up here and let you
all right,
just
here's what
give
we
me
will
20
do.
years for nothing.
Here's what we will do. You don't get 20 years for nothing. You
Yes,
get
for
20
nothing.
years for
You
your
don't
action.
get
And here it comes, the meltdown. This is where the courtroom shifts from legal proceedings to pure chaos. Instead of calmly asserting his rights, Harper launches into a tirade. Now, here's the kicker. Yelling about injustice won't get you a fair trial, but it will get you muted or worse, held in contempt.
20 years.
This is a debate. That's enough. If you're not going to be polite and you're not going to follow the rules,
I'm
then
not
we
gonna
will
be polite
hold
to my
the
trying to give
Zoom.
me 20 years, man.
The
Why don't you
Zoom-
just get these other guys out the way. I'm following the motion. I don't want you to be my judge.
Okay,
You
the
said
motion is denied.
a lawyer said me and lied and said I threatened him. I have a CEO that is willing to come down here and testify.
You'll be able to.
Yes,
be
he's
able
willing
to
to
be
come down here
heard.
and testify that I did not threaten that lawyer.
We're going to do it this way. You will be held at the jail. We will bring you into the Zoom room. We will have the hearing. If you obstruct, we will mute. You'll be able to hear and see. But we're going
And
to
I'm
have
still
a
following
hearing.
the motion.
You're-
You can't deny me to follow the motion for
It is,
refusal.
you
When
can,
somebody just said I
you
threatened
can
him
file.
and you sit up here and told me that I'm violent.
Sir.
So you telling me you got my life in your hands.
you're
for
being
something that
abusive
you
right
ain't- I ain't
now.
even got a trial. Or,
You're
you gotta
being-
give me a trial. Where's my motion for discovery? Where's my
You know, if
motion
there
for
was a
where's
crime
my
for
did I pick
rudeness, if
my
there was a
jury?
crime for rudeness,
Man,
you'd
listen,
be-
man, I
you'd
don't
be
care about none of
guilty
what
of
you're
it.
talking about. I don't care
See,
about your courtroom.
I guess-
It's unlawful,
I know,
it's
that's
perverted to justice.
You don't care. That's right. You don't
care about
but we're
none
gonna
of
follow
that.
the rule.
What are you telling me right now? This is my
We're gonna
life,
have
not
a
yours.
hearing. We'll be in the Zoom.
Yeah.
You file a motion,
I'm following the motion.
it's
I
denied.
guarantee I'll get out of here.
It will be denied, and
you
we'll
know
still
what,
have the
you know what,
hearing.
I have NAACP and everybody up in them.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna
You
threaten
got a
everybody?
sex case, don't
You're
you?
gonna threaten
Don't you got I'm
everybody?
not threatening. Don't you got a sex
You're
case?
gonna
Why are you a
threaten
judge? You're a rapist.
That's all.
Come on, let's go.
He's out of here.
What got going on, man?
And you're
I ain't going to
vulgar,
none of that shit.
and you're a vulgar. This man is obviously someone who is used to being in control of his environment. And like all of us, we have to follow the rules. He doesn't like that. He obviously wants to be in absolute control. We will work around that. He will be placed in the jail, continue to place in the jail. We will have a hearing. We will go through Zoom, and he will be in the room or not, but we will move forward. The court, it's obvious, and it will be all it was a shout fest by the defendant, who wishes to control the proceedings and in an aggressive, demanding, threatening tone. He has.
This is the turning point. The judge essentially calls Harper out as acting like a child. And in courtroom dynamics, that comparison isn't just colorful, it's strategic. Judges use language like this to underline that order must prevail, no matter how loud the defendant gets.
Sprayed abuse toward the rules of decorum as well as the rules of evidence and procedure. But a defendant is not allowed to be obstreperous to the proceedings and just be violently aggressive, and then that will mean that the proceedings cannot move forward. It will move forward. It's obvious that he is dangerous and aggressive and threatening and wants to control the proceedings. Thus, it will be a hearing held through Zoom. He will stay at the jail, and we will proceed that way. He can be quiet and polite, or he can be abusive. If he wants to be abusive, then he can be muted so that it does not interrupt the proceedings. But it's obvious he wants everything on his terms, like a child. It was just like a 4-year-old or 5-year-old having a temper tantrum, which has no place in the courtroom, and no way we can handle any proceedings if people acted like that. But we will move forward nonetheless, and we will have it that way in Zoom. I want to have this reset for a hearing in maybe next week,
We'll do the best we can do.
and
Yeah.
we'll alert you.
We can do two. I'll be in Milwaukee next week on a federal training.
How about week after next?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Matuska, go ahead as his defense attorney. What do you want to place into the record?
Your Honor, only that I attempted communication with my client. He's not at this time wanting to communicate with me. Only that know he wants to deny both allegations.
Okay. Well, the thing is, my raising a childlike fit and shouting over everyone, it's obvious that nothing can be done. And that's why everybody gets a chance to be heard fairly, and the rules of procedure, criminal procedure, and the rules of evidence apply. But you can see why people like Mr. Harper, who control things, would turn this whole world into chaotic mess where nothing can be accomplished except on his terms. But we're going to move forward, and he may not like it, but that is not the test under law. I think every defendant up here is unhappy to be up here. I can't think of any of the defendants are enjoying their time in custody. So people are given leeway to vent a little, but not control in a loud, angry, aggressive fashion. And that's not domestic tranquility as the Constitution states it should be. Establishing.
Powerful moment right here. The judge invokes the Constitution itself. Think about that. He's framing Harper's outburst not just as a disruption, but as an affront to the very foundation of justice. This is the legal system reminding us, justice isn't Abu.
Justice. ensuring domestic tranquility. All of those are part of the preamble of the Constitution, which Mr. Harper is abusing. All right, we will reset in 2 weeks and we're moving on this hearing on this motion to revoke probation. And I think you said something about a motion to recuse. That's denied.
Don't know the grounds for that.
No, I don't, well, the grounds seem to be, as he stated them, that things are not being conducted on his terms as he would like, which is.
Yeah, just to let the court know, I don't need kiosks or communications through electronic mediums. I go to the jail, so you don't have to modify the order for me.
Okay, well, let's say that. What do you mean?
I'll visit the jail in person. I won't use any kiosks or emails.
Okay, thank you. All right. Anything else? We're
That's right.
in recess on that.